WordPress runs roughly 43% of the public internet, the CMS that powers nearly half of every website that exists. As of April 26, 2026, it also runs on the Internet Computer. Frontend, admin, database, no external server, no proxy, no off-chain cache, just canisters. A live WordPress site, on-chain, end-to-end. The architecture has been a goal of the ecosystem for years. It is now a working artifact. The build was shipped by a community developer working under the handle miadey. The announcement reads, quote, WordPress is now running fully on ICP, frontend and WP admin, no external database, no off-chain cache, no proxy or TEE VPS, just canisters, end quote. The next 8 minutes verify what holds up. The demo site loads in under a second. The admin panel opens. The architecture is publicly inspectable on the Internet Computer dashboard. The narrowest version of the claim, fully on-chain WordPress, end-to-end, is observably true. miadey has been working on a project called WASP, short for WASM PHP, since September of 2025. The goal, a PHP runtime that compiles into a single ICP canister, PHP 8.5, with about 70% of the standard interpreter coverage in the first release. 7 months of work later, WordPress runs on top of it. The build is community-led. The platform underneath is DFINITY's. The result is the same shipped artifact, a working WordPress site that doesn't depend on AWS, Cloudflare, or DigitalOcean to keep the lights on. 3 canisters carry the load, each one a smart contract, each one running inside a subnet governed by ICP's network nervous system. The first is a router, a tiny front door with a page cache. Anonymous traffic hits a query call, which is, in miadey's words, basically free and instant. Cached pages return in under a second. The second is a worker. PHP 8.5 runs inside a WASM 64 build with 8 GB of memory. It pauses and resumes mid-request, so a heavy admin page can span more than one message instead of dying on the instruction limit. The third is WASQL. A custom SQLite implementation lives in stable memory with multi-user and transaction support. It plays the role of MySQL. The chain ends at the boundary node. That is where ICP's gateway hands off DNS, TLS, and the public hostname. Standard ICP architecture for any public-facing canister. Inside the canister boundary, every component executes on-chain. PHP, the database, the admin panel, the uploads, the rendered pages. Outside the canister boundary, the gateway is the same boundary node infrastructure that fronts every public ICP application. Well understood, predictable, run by DFINITY and the node provider community. Storage on ICP runs about $5.35 per gigabyte per year. That is the published rate from the foundation. The unit ICP burns for compute, bandwidth, and message handling are pegged at 1 trillion to 1 XDR, roughly $1.35 at current exchange. 3 canisters, modest storage, perhaps a single gigabyte. Query-heavy traffic with cached pages dominating the load. Run the math against a small WordPress site, end-to-end. The derived range lands somewhere between $5 and $30 a month, depending on update call volume and media weight. A typical brochure site hosting under a gigabyte of media and serving low traffic lands at the low end. A heavier blog with frequent updates and dynamic admin sessions lands higher. The variable cost is mostly query volume, the same lever that scales every cloud bill. AWS Lightsail offers a comparable WordPress plan at about $60 a month. The same workload runs on ICP for 2 to 10 times less, depending on how the cycle math settles for any given site. No published 100,000 page view benchmark exists yet. The cost at scale story is still being written. The cost at small site story is already cheaper than the incumbent. A meaningful position for any developer running portfolio sites, brochure sites, or low traffic blogs. 2 live WordPress sites are running on ICP today. The first is a theme demo on the Etudes template, an architecture firm with a homepage, a services grid, and a working blog. The second is a WooCommerce store called Atlas & Soul, a shoes and apparel shop with a populated catalog and a working cart, both built by miadey as proof-of-concept showcases. 2 weeks post-launch, that is exactly the seed stage shape every new runtime starts with. The next builders to land on it are what turn a working prototype into an ecosystem. Verified live as of May 9, 2026. In the Works Today column, the front end, the admin panel, post and page editing, the default 2024 theme, the WooCommerce product catalog, and the cart. In the next up column, native crypto payments will need a plugin built for the canister model. Edge caching and DDoS protection sit at the boundary node layer, where the node provider community is the next surface to harden. In the untested yet column, Stripe and PayPal redirect plugins, video embeds, Elementor, WPML, multi-site, and backup tooling, all expected to land as the runtime widens. The list is concrete and current. It will move fast. WordPress runs roughly 43% of the public internet. As of April 26, 2026, the same CMS runs on the internet computer, the same admin interface, the same posts, the same pages, the same theme system, the same plugin ecosystem, a new foundation underneath. No AWS, no Cloudflare, no DigitalOcean. For any builder who wants the WordPress workflow with sovereign hosting, the path is here. The runtime has a clean stack. WordPress core sits on top. The WASP runtime actively maintained, WASQL, the custom SQLite database, the WASM64 feature, supported by DFINITY. Boundary nodes run by DFINITY and node providers, 5 layers, all accounted for, each one with a known path forward. What this unlocks for builders, any WordPress developer who cares about censorship resistance, portable hosting, or sovereign infrastructure now has a real path. The CMS that runs nearly half the web can run without AWS, without Cloudflare, without DigitalOcean. The architecture is here. 3 canisters, the economics are here, $5 to $30 a month at small site scale. The tooling is functional. WordPress core, PHP 8.5, a working SQLite layer. A blog can ship today. A portfolio can ship today. A brochure site can ship today. A documentation hub or knowledge base can ship today. The runtime widens what is possible with each new plugin tested and each new pattern hardened. The starting line is reachable from where the average WordPress developer sits right now. The same install workflow, the same admin interface, a different foundation underneath. For a project that is 2 weeks old, that is a remarkable starting position. The verdict as of May 9th, 2026, the architecture works. The fully on-chain claim in its narrowest sense holds. 2 demos are live and responsive. The cost story is competitive at small scale. The runtime hardens with every plugin tested and every pattern landed. Cheaper than the incumbent, architecturally sound, worth taking seriously by every WordPress developer who cares about portable sovereign hosting. If videos like this are useful, like, comment, and subscribe to Chris Yost's channel. More investigations are on the way. Next on the channel, AI nodes, cloud engines, and what comes next for the internet computer. Same posture, same threads, pulled live, WordPress decoded. From Chris Yost's channel. Subscribe, like, and comment for more.